I'm a registered veterinary surgeon practicing in the UK, and today we're going to be talking about 5 common foods that are toxic to dogs and what to do if they eat them. Grapes, raisins, sultanas, currants, they can all be toxic to dogs, and the amount that it takes to be toxic to a dog varies with each individual. So for some dogs it might be a whole bunch of grapes, but for another dog it may be just one. Some signs include vomiting, abdominal pain, peeing loads or not at all, collapse or stumbling when it looks like they're drunk. It can take up to 24 hours to show signs of toxicity. Worst case scenario, they can get kidney failure. I've put coffee, but really I mean any food or drink that contains high amounts of caffeine, such as energy drinks. Dogs are way more sensitive than we are to caffeine. Mild signs include vomiting, hyperactivity and peeing a lot. Moderate intoxication would include things like really fast heart rate, or they're breathing really fast. Severely affected, you may see signs such as tremors, seizures, and unfortunately it can be fatal. Signs will often come on within the first 2 to 36 hours after eating or drinking caffeinated products. Yes, chocolate. So firstly, chocolate also contains caffeine, so you have that issue of caffeine as well, but on top of that, chocolate contains theobromine. Theobromine affects the heart, nerves and lungs. Vets now have a handy calculator that can help you estimate whether the amount of chocolate and type of chocolate that your dog has eaten is likely to be toxic, which may help with your decision on taking them to a vet. Definitely recommend having a look at that calculator, so I'll post a link in the description below. In general, the darker the chocolate and the more bitter it is, the more toxic it is. White chocolate has almost no theobromine in it at all, while dark chocolate and especially baking chocolate have much higher amounts. Signs include vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, high heart rate, they might be breathing really fast, collapse, and unfortunately it too can also be fatal. What I mean by this is any product containing xylitol. Xylitol is an artificial sweetener used in many types of sugar-free gum, sugar-free sweets. You can also just buy bags of it. Protein bars, diet shakes, toothpaste. It's in loads of products. So if you're not sure, check the ingredients list. When dogs eat xylitol, it tricks their body into thinking they've eaten loads of natural sugar. So the body responds by releasing loads of insulin, the hormone that makes that sugar go from their blood into all the cells in their body so that they can use it for energy. Unfortunately, in this case, there is no sugar, they've been tricked. So suddenly their blood sugar levels drop and they can end up hypoglycemic, which just means low blood sugar. Xylitol can also cause liver damage and problems with clotting, so if they get a cut, it takes them longer to stop bleeding from that cut. You'll see signs of low blood sugar quite quickly, within the hour, so you may see things such as, it could be that they look weak, they might be shivering, tremoring, and in worst case they might have a seizure. For liver damage, it can take a few days to show signs, but in the worst case, you'll see their skin turn yellow and the whites of their eyes might also go yellow. My last group of foods are alliums, and this is a group that contains onions, chives, garlic. Alliums as a group contain disulfides and thiosulfides, which, when they're metabolized by the body, by the dog's body, cause damage to the red blood cells and can damage the kidneys. How toxic a single allium is can vary a lot, but signs include vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and signs of shock. This is because when red blood cells are damaged, it can cause anemia. And when a dog becomes anemic really quickly, their body hasn't had time to compensate for that sudden inability of the red blood cells, because they're damaged, to transport oxygen to all the cells in the body. Signs of shock include weakness, pale gums, a high heart rate, and they might have collapsed. So I realise I've just listed 5 groups of food and what they can do to the dog, and it all sounds really scary and really serious, and it is, but in most cases your dogs will be fine with a quick trip to the vet. I'm sorry, but my advice is take it to the vet, or at least ring your vet to discuss whether they need to go in or not. Don't forget to check out the Vets Now handy calculator for chocolate poisoning. And I also have an app to recommend, which I'll post in the description box below, but it can be used by vets and the general public, and it must be hundreds of different toxins. It explains them really simply, what signs you might see, what might be done by the vet in cases of this intoxication, and it lists them for foods, drinks, household items, environmental problems, such as different types of mushroom. Is a really cool app, and I have spent way too much time looking at all the toxins in there, so I will post the link for you. Anyway, back to your vet visit. Once you arrive at the vets, for most of these toxins, what the vet will do is make them throw up if it's within a certain time frame from them having eaten it, because you rely on the toxin still being in the stomach to be able to get rid of it. They may also give activated charcoal, which I know has become really trendy in products these days, but it is really good at absorbing toxins in cases of intoxication. They'll also treat the signs of the intoxication, such as pain, which is really important to help the dog get better, but also signs like dehydration and shock. This has helped to explain why these common foods are bad for your dog and what will happen at the vets. If you'd like me to do any more videos on other toxins, just let me know. Example, household products or environmental toxins. Yes, thank you. Bye.